What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today we're at a storage facility where this unit is not working. They have a blank thermostat. So I'm here to figure out if it's just a drain line, a fuse, no power, figure out what's going on with this thing and bill them a large bill. We're here for a good time. So yeah, the thermostat is blank. Let's start here, see if there's anything. No, that doesn't. She's bone dry. There's nothing in there, so it's not the floater. What is that? Well, yeah, sure enough, got a pop fuse. So let's go ahead, see if I can find my popper. We'll put this on, turn this thermostat on, see if the fan kicks on, if that's tripping it, or if it's something out at the condenser causing it to go. Oh, it's so bright. So we know this one's working, obviously that one's working. It's gonna be this guy. That compressor doesn't look like it's lived its best life, but she's been through it. Short throw popper. Let me use my little, I'm gonna use this one since this is a straight cool system. There's not a whole lot going on inside of there. There's not a, reversing valve or anything, no pressure switches, nothing over here. Low voltage wise, that's gonna pop. Except in here and maybe the contactor. So we'll get inside, use this thing to our advantage just to make sure. Let's go ahead and verify we have power too. That might make a little bit of sense. What do y'all think? Volts. This wire looks a little thin. All right, 240. Incoming voltage 240. We shouldn't have anything here, right? Because it's the same leg. But if we go over here, boom, we go here, boom. All right, so we're good there. So we need to take this out. God dang. Oh yeah, she pop-a-rooski. All right, there's that. All right, we got that. All right, let's go ahead. All right, so the blower's on. No pop. All right, it's 94 degrees in here. All right, she's running. Let's go outside. It's gonna be, I'm sure, in a delay. Yeah, she's flashing, so it's in a delay. I don't have a key for that. It is what it is. And let's go pop off that panel outside and see if that's giving us any sort of short, if that contactor is shorted or not. So, I'll tell you what, during this freaking, it's already hot here. It's 94 inside, so you can imagine what it is outside, man. I'm just thankful, like, on days like this, I have Camel City Mill. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't know about Camel City Mill? Well, lucky for you, they're today's video sponsor. Let me tell you about them. That's right, guys. It was 94 degrees inside that building. Granted, it is a metal building, so you could only imagine how hot it is outside. But that's why Camel City's got your back. Essentially, they got your feet. But you know what I'm saying. Camel City has been a big supporter of this channel for a few years now, and there's a reason I'm still with them. It's because I actually believe in the product. They got a 10-year warranty. They're made in America. Reinforced toes, reinforced heels. Biggest thing of all, Dan Marino ironed side wool. Let that set in for you for a second. Trust me when I tell you guys, The difference between having quality socks out on the job site versus those shitty socks that you get from Walmart, you're gonna notice a big difference. At the end of the day, when your whole body is soaked in wet and sweat, and the only thing dry is your feet because of Camel City Mill. So go ahead and click the link down below. It's about to be the 250th anniversary of this beautiful country. Let's go. They got a little American flag on the sock. You're gonna love it. You're gonna represent. Go ahead and click the link down below. Bundle and save. And we're gonna get back to fixing this short. Nice part is I got my van pulled up right here. So we're just gonna wait on this. Let me go ahead and we're gonna pop this panel off and we'll check that contactor, see if it's giving us any issues. Oh, wait a minute. You wait. Oh, all right. Well, actually, y'all can see that there. And then as we go down here a little bit further, yep, I think we found our short. We just gotta essentially all these units, look at that. I'm gonna replace, I mean, at least to here, what I'll do is I'm gonna cut it. Oh shit, look, how far up is that shit? Well, it can be fixed. At least from here, what I'll do is I'll cut it. Probably, honestly, since that's gonna be up in there, hopefully it's not there. It's 1000% here, it's lost all of its sheathing. We'll cut it back to here and just run a new thermostat wire over there. I mean, it's just that simple. First things first, let's go ahead and shut off the power. Oh, we don't pop another fuse. Now let's just make sure we got the right one. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That sheathing is just non-existent. So I'm gonna try and just get that back as best I can. It's so deteriorated from the sun, and this has been rubbing for however long it's been running, so I'm gonna try and get some tape to go around that piece in the meantime to prevent that. If they want, we can like try and run a new thermostat wire here in the future. More than likely they're not going to want to do that just because of the cost of it. I mean, it's nothing astronomical, but that at least keeps that there. We'll strip back to where I know it's gonna be okay. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Look at that, that's just bare copper all the way. That's crazy. What is it, Jake? Is it? Now, I'm going to strip every single one of these wires, and we're gonna reconnect every single one of these wires. What's really nice is they ran 18.8 instead of like 18.2 or 18.3, knowing these are straight Kools, but we're gonna hook up each one of these wires to a new wire, route it down and over. I don't have very much space utilization inside of this van, so we gotta make things fit. So there's my wire. Probably just pop the fuse on the other one. Oh, that's funny. All right. So what I do is when I strip that, you can see I got a bunch of nicks in there. I'm not too concerned because I'm gonna strip the sheathing back even more, like so. And then we'll cut off where I ended up cutting it. That way it's like a whole nice fresh piece of wire, and you're not risking shorts there either. And so, same concept, we will strip each one of these wires back. Hands down, the best wire strippers out there. I mean, it's perfect execution every single time. I'm not colorblind, but if you are, this is quite difficult, but go ahead and just match your colors up. Real simple. We'll wire nut all these together, and then we're gonna throw electrical tape on it when we're done. Blue. You know what? I have the new Milwaukee, let me see something real quick. Let's see if that'll fit. I don't know if it fits or not. Can't sit like that. I got this little Milwaukee little cone for your wire nuts. Let's see if it, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. And I don't mind doing this out here because we want these as tight and secure as possible. Now inside at the air handler, that might be a different story, but out here, since we are just splicing this wire and we're not running a new one, I don't mind over tightening these things and getting them all the way down. You could definitely just twist it by hand, but where's the fun in that? See how it just does that? Again, I would not recommend using that at the air handler. If you're doing like a heat pump system and you're constant, I mean, that would just be a dick move, but at this point here, yeah. Perfection. All right. So now that we got it like so, I'm gonna kind of give these a nice little bend here. I don't want to crush it because again, the way that UV is, but I am gonna fold it in the upright position. The reason I'm doing that is obviously rain, right? And then we're gonna seal it with some electrical tape. But I want these wire nuts not to be down and exposed catching water. And I'm just gonna loop it, like I said, just because how brittle this wire is. We'll just give it a little loop action, nothing crazy. We don't wanna damage it anymore. And we'll just go balls to the wall on tape. That's going to be all right. I think we're gonna be just fine with that. I can even kind of do one of those numbers, kind of wedge that up there, and I know at least that other piece of wire isn't going to be as exposed as this bad boy was. And then we'll go ahead and get some zip ties. Even though this thing's in rough shape, I'm still going to make it look at least halfway decent. Blue and yellow is what we used. We'll use blue and yellow again. We'll even redo these wires while we're here. Yeah, she was going through it, that's for sure. While I'm here, I'm gonna check this. Let's just ohm out this contactor while we're here. Lord, come on. All right, contactor, it's 15, so she's good. I'm not too concerned about that. So, y'all ready to see this in action? And it works on stranded just as well. So, highly recommend them. I don't get any commissions, except if you buy them from my link, but I don't do much of that either. Alright, so let's go ahead and feed. Let's get this. Oh Lord. What are you? Alright. Let's start over here. Let's get under the drains. We'll get under the drains, under the whip, under there. And now I'll put some, we'll do some zippies all the way from there back. I'm just gonna go. Same thing over there. And I'm stripping that. I might nick this. I'm not too concerned about it. Twist up your wires. If you scrap, save that. That shit adds up over time. And we used blue and yellow. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Gonna spin these back. Coo-coo, ka-choo-choo. We'll go. It don't matter. It's just like a switch at this point. So we don't got any pressure switches, no defrost board, so it doesn't matter. Just get your damn wires to it. We did that. That's that. Cool. Now the storm's getting ready to brew in behind me. I'll button this up, go inside, turn it on, let this run. I'll also put in my new fuse and verify everything else. Don't forget, clean up your mess. Whatever you did, clean it up. I'll clean this up one day. Cut through these. Alright, so she's good. Don't forget your tools. Turn the power back on. See if it goes through its stupid little... I don't know. There we go. It's on hold. Set to 77. 95 now. I'm going to trust this. I'm going to button this thing up. There's no way. That's not what the problem was. But we'll see. Look, 2 pairs. That's how much I love them. I keep one in the truck at all times and one in the tool pouch. So, got that. We'll put our door up. We'll call it a day. If something interesting happens, I'll keep you all posted. But if not, if you guys could smash the like button, consider subscribing. All my subscribers, y'all already know. I appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Later.